Have you ever thought about how your lifestyle can shorten the life of your animal companion? We unknowingly shorten the lives of our dogs in a variety of ways. Wandering Pets has compiled a list of the many ways you could harm your dog's life and health. Number 1. Missing your veterinary appointment. Although you probably know when to take your dog to the doctor for routine checkups, did you know that doing so can extend his life? Veterinarians recommend that dogs visit the vet at least once every 6 months. And although this may appear excessive to you, there are several reasons why it is critical to do so, including learning about new medications and vaccines and detecting any symptoms early on for more effective treatment. Visiting the veterinarian also keeps your animal companion healthy and extends their life. If you can't afford these appointments, consider transferring to another veterinarian with lower fees or asking if any specials are offered. If none of those options work for you and your budget, it may be time for a different breed. Number 2. Overfeeding your dog with food. Obesity, which raises the risk of early death in dogs, can be avoided by not overfeeding your dog. Follow a professional designed food chart to ensure your dog does not overeat and gets enough nutrition. There is only one restriction: you should not follow a general diet plan. Follow a diet designed specifically for your dog's breed. Each species has its metabolic rate, energy level, and nutritional requirements. You should be aware of a few things if you have a golden retriever puppy as your pet. A golden retriever, on the other hand, is a very active dog with a voracious appetite. If you give it less food, it may become ill and frail. However, if you overfeed it, it will become obese. How much should you feed your golden retriever puppy? You will need to consider different factors like your dog's age, energy level, food brand, and quality. Make your research or look for a meal plan for golden retrievers online and exercise it regularly. Number 3. Overfeeding your dog with treats. Using snacks as a meal replacement can lead to overeating, weight gain, and diseases like diabetes and arthritis. Too many treats can encourage bad behavior in your dog. However, if your dog receives treats every time it behaves well, it may start to expect more treats every time. When there are no treats available, it may act up like climbing on people or barking at other animals. It is often challenging for owners to control this type of behavior. Milk-bone dog treats, on the other hand, are healthy for your dogs. Number 4. Feeding human food to your dog. Because not all dog treats are nutrient-dense, feed your dog with extreme caution. Similarly, not all human meals are harmful to your dog. However, some human meals can harm your dog and are even fatal. These are some examples of dangerous human foods that your dog should never consume. Chocolate. Chocolate is toxic to dogs. It causes renal damage and abnormal heartbeat. Chocolate can kill your dog. Xylitol. Even a tiny amount of xylitol can cause seizures, low blood sugar, liver failure, and even death if not addressed quickly. Give your dog no chewing gum, diet meals, candies, or other items containing the artificial sweetener xylitol, also known as birch sugar. Onions can cause anemia. Grapes and raisins can also cause renal failure. Number 5. Disregarding disease symptoms and signs. Keeping an eye on your dog's behavior and physical symptoms is something you should never overlook. If you notice anything unusual, or if they begin acting strangely, the first step is to have them inspected by a veterinarian. Ignoring sickness signs or indicators will not make them go away on their own, no matter how long you wait. These signs and symptoms are needed by veterinarians to make accurate diagnoses. So, how can we expect our dogs to improve if we don't take them in for regular checkups? Veterinarians aren't magicians. They need our help to make accurate diagnoses. Number 6. Ignoring your dog's dental health. While poor dental care can contribute to different health issues in your dog, it is one of the most treatable and avoidable. The most evident sign that your dog has terrible dental health is excessive gum bleeding. Make an appointment with your veterinarian for an examination if you notice bright red or blood-stained gums. Other symptoms include excessive drooling, chronic poor breath, and difficulty eating toys or hard foods. Allowing your dog to engage in fights. Allowing your dog to get into fights will almost always result in injury. Being bitten by another animal can also expose your dog to diseases such as rabies or tetanus. If a stranger's animal has an infected bite wound, it may become out of control and bite your dog. If the other animal already has rabies, it can result in rabies. When taking your puppy outside, use a tight leash or dog harness to keep them safe from these dangers. Additionally, keep them indoors at night when wild predators stalk the neighborhood looking for food. Number 8. Neglecting your dog's hygiene. One of the most important things you can do to keep your dog happy and healthy is to keep it clean. Here are some quick tips. Bathe your dog regularly. You need to bathe your dog at least once a month, but if they spend a lot of time outside or become dirty very often, they may need more frequent baths. You should also use dog flea shampoo if your dog interacts with other dogs on the street. You should also pay attention to your dog's nails. If you let your pet's nails grow out too long, they may endure pain and discomfort. If you're unsure how regularly this should be done, seek professional advice on what will work best for you and your pet's needs. Use professional dog clippers to safeguard your dog's paw while having its nails clipped. Brush their coat regularly to prevent dirt from gathering beneath the fur over time. If left ungroomed, it'll make them more vulnerable physically and emotionally. Use a high-quality dog brush to take care of your dog's skin and fur. Number 9. Failing to teach your dog basic instructions. You might presume that your dog knows how to behave because it was raised by humans and in a family, but it goes beyond that. To be a good pet, your dog must first learn basic commands such as sit and stay. It must also be appropriately socialized to avoid growing up scared or angry towards people and other dogs. As a result, you need to set aside some time each day to train your pet to obey commands such as sit, stay, and come. If you employ these strategies with your pet, they will become better at answering commands as you ask them more frequently. Number 10. Inadequate exercise. Exercise is the most vital component of a dog's routine, yet it's also one of the easiest to neglect. Dogs, like people and many other animals, need to exercise regularly to maintain their health and pleasure. But what does exercise do for your dog? It can range from simple activities like walking around the block or playing in the park with you, to more difficult ones like agility training, in which they learn tricks and compete with one another. Your dogs can also enjoy some enjoyable playtime. Interactive dog toys can make your dog's playtime more interesting in this situation. Number 11. Failure to vaccinate your dogs. If you do not vaccinate your dog because it remains indoors, you're doing it wrong. Even when indoors, a dog might catch an illness from a contaminated saliva. As a result, sticking to the immunization schedule can prevent your dog from potentially fatal infections. Vaccines for Lyme disease, leptospirosis, and rabies protect against diseases spread by ticks and wild animals, while the Bordetella vaccination protects against respiratory problems such as kennel cough. The canine coronavirus vaccine helps prevent digestive issues such as diarrhea and dehydration. The DHPP vaccine protects dogs against common infections like the parvovirus, hepatitis, parainfluenza, and distemper. The canine influenza vaccine can reduce the likelihood of your dog contracting the virus and the severity of any sickness. Number 12. Exposing your dog to secondhand smoke. Canine lungs, unlike human lungs, are not built to be bombarded with smoke all day. Pets exposed to secondhand smoke may develop many ailments, including an increased risk of cancer and chronic respiratory disorders. Quitting smoking is the best option in this situation. If the habit is necessary for your way of life, make sure you do it away from your dog. Keep your dog inside while you go outside to smoke on the balcony. Number 13. Overburdening some breeds. Some little and toy dog breeds and brachycephalic breeds have different exercise requirements than other dog breeds. For example, veterinarians advise avoiding exercising English bulldogs, French bulldogs, Pekingese, and boxer breeds in hot weather since it could endanger their life. Make sure you talk to your veterinarian about the amount and type of exercise that is best for your breed. Pay attention to what your dog is trying to communicate if you suspect it is attempting to warn you that you are overdoing it with exercise. If your dog shows signs such as excessive panting, dropping to the ground in the middle of a workout, or lethargic tendencies, you should immediately stop and give them a rest. And on that note, we have come to the end of this video. Which of these mistakes do you commit? Tell us about it in the comments section. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell to get notified when we post a new video.